Shivani Sharma, my colleague is in Ground Zero, getting us up to speed with those details. Ness Ziona is where she is in Israel. And I'm also going to be going across to Ankit Kumar, getting us an overview of the extent of the damage as far as Iran is concerned. First to you, Shivani, just tell us what do you really see around you, what's going on in Ness Ziona at this point in time. I understand that this was one of the cities that was hit by Iran, earlier essentially. So what is it that you really see around you? What's the situation like at this point in time?
See, Sneha, situation is escalating each day with Iran firing those missile salvos and those high intensity missiles inside Israel's different areas. And today I reported from Ashdod, where a major power station was hit. In Tel Aviv also there are certain alerts that were brought in the morning, and we had to go for shelter. And apart from Ashdod, there are certain areas in the southern Israel also that have been hit. So the situation remains quite uncertain, Sneha, in the whole of Israel, from north to south, from the port cities to other side. So they have been told to be cautious. We have heard at least 5 sirens since last 2 days. We had to take shelter. So we are seeing that there are no signs of de-escalation. Iran is now firing the high-intensity missile salvos. We've been reporting from across the cities in Israel, where we see heavy impact of these missiles, which have damaged the residential areas. There are the houses have turned into complete debris at some places. There are banks that have been hit. There are economic stations. And what I was telling you about Ashdod is that it is very important in terms of the economy, because of the MNCs that have been working out there, because the ports, the refineries that work there in Ashdod. And because of today's attack in Ashdod, there was a power outage also, because that is the station that supplies power to the whole of Ashdod city. So that is the kind of impact and aggressive missile firing that is happening from Iran. But at the same time, we also heard a lot of fighter jets in the Israeli skies. And these fighter jets are the same IDF and Israeli Air Forces fighter jets that are taking on the military operations inside Iran continuously, and the information has been coming in officially also. So this continues from both the sides, Iran and Israel. They continue their strikes, and Iran, to be more specific, has aggravated this whole conflict after United States had targeted the nuclear sites inside Iran. So we are seeing a sense of worry, a sense of uncertainty in Israel, and it seems that both the nations are escalating and taking this conflict to a broader and a further scale.
Right. In fact, Tel Aviv has also come under attack. Shivani, just give us an overview of the situation as far as civilian areas that have been hit, and which are the worst affected cities in Israel. Shivani, if you can hear me, I was asking you about the civilian populations, the civilian areas that have been hit. Cities like Tel Aviv have also come under fire. Which are the worst affected cities with civilian populations that have been hit? And what's the extent of the damage, if you could give us an idea about that?
See, Sneha, there are around 10 cities that have been hit in last 2 days, and all these cities have been severely affected in terms of the buildings that have been destroyed. And if I talk about Tel Aviv, where I'm standing, just 5 kilometers from here, there was a major hit yesterday. I was reporting about that, the Ramat Aviv area, where the mall was hit, the banks were hit, and this is not happening only in the residential places now, Sneha. The attacks are now escalating, and they are actually getting broader in terms of not only the port cities of Haifa, which again is a very important economic hub in terms of the supplies, in terms of the companies that work there in the ports, important ports out there. The Indian port is also there in Haifa. though there was a fire incident that happened in Haifa few days back and no major damage was reported. But yes, there are structures that are being damaged in Haifa, in Tel Aviv, in Ashdod, in Beersheba, where we had reported about that hospital, a big hospital building that was damaged in the attack that came in from Iran on 19th of June. So there are around 2,000 buildings that have already seen these damages inflicted from the Iranian missiles. There are 24 lives that have been lost. There are around 700 injuries in all these strikes that have been happening. And today is the 11th day, but no sign of de-escalation. Any moment there can be a siren alert and people have to go to protected areas. So that's the kind of life that people are witnessing in Israel right now. And the kind of crowd that used to be on the roads is quite limited. If I try and give you a sense of the crowd here, this used to be a very busy place in Tel Aviv, Sneha, but now you see very limited people are going out because, the home front has told people to come out only if it is very important and very essential. So you see the roads are comparatively quite empty. People are coming out only if it is required for their important emergency needs. So schools and colleges remain closed. Workplaces are closed. So whole priority of the country is right now to save life, to counter the attacks that are coming in from Iran and to take the military operations ahead. So this is the kind of uncertainty and the seriousness of conflict which Israel is facing right now.
That's right. Shivani, thank you so much for getting in those details. Shivani Sharma, Ground Zero at this point in time. Be safe. Telling us about how life is now like living inside a bunker essentially, because things are getting even more difficult. And after the attack from yesterday, things have escalated between Israel and Iran.